Hey guys, so I am going to use the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Cremated palette today, but I'm going to incorporate products from a lot of the other collections that I've shown you over the course of the last month or so. So let's get started. So the first thing that I already have on is, of course, the Wet n Wild Lip Treatment and the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. And then I used Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealers in 160 as a corrector and 110 as a concealer. Then I applied e.l.f. Flawless Satin Foundation in the shade Beige. Then I used Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the shade Fair. And then I used e.l.f. Halo Glow Contour Beauty One in Fair/Light. All right, let's take it from there. So the next thing I'm going to use was from the Scooby-Doo collection from Wet n Wild, and it was one of these funky blushes. This is called Talk to the Paw, and yeah, this is the strangest packaging, you guys. So let's see. This is not as crazy as it looks. It actually gives me just the right amount of color. So what I do is I screw it back like that, and that does seem to deposit exactly the amount of color that you're going to want. Purple blush is not always easy to pull off, but this does make it easy. So this collection I think is still available. Yeah, this applicator makes it very easy to get just the right amount of color. Oh, you know what? I think I applied a little bit more to the other side. There we go. Now it should match. Yeah, okay. And then I showed you in a recent video that I had purchased ColourPop Hippo highlighter, and this is like a lilac colored highlighter. Okay, what I'm going to do is at the end, I'm going to use setting spray because I don't really think that's popping very well. So I'm just going to grab this to remind myself to put that on at the end. Okay, I've already primed my eyes with my MAC Painterly Paint Pot. And so, you know what, before I do the eyes, I have some other things that I want to talk to you about. So let's do the lips first. I decided I was going to do the purple. I already did the blush and the highlighter, so I'm going to do a purple lip, and then on the eyes we're going to do like gray and silver. But you know, there are very few purple lip liners out there. What I already had in my collection was NYX Suede in Sao Paulo, and this is like a fuchsia purple. And then I had the Maybelline Wild Violets, and that's part of the Color Sensational line, and I've actually used that one quite a bit. And then I had Ione Mombasa Spice. So that's what I had for purples, but I wanted to get one more. So I went to CVS yesterday and I got the NYX Slim one in Prune. This is like a deep plum color. I had a coupon from the Extra Care Bucks Rewards program um, for 30% off an item. So I was just going to use it for this. And then I saw that they had the Halloween makeup on sale. And this was in that section. And I don't think this is a Halloween item, but it may have been part of like an LA Girl display that they had at one time for Halloween. I got the LA Girl Line Art Matte Eyeliner pen. And what it is it's just a white liquid liner. And I was going to incorporate that into today's look. But the reason why I'm showing you this the way I'm showing it to you is that eyeliner was originally $6.99. It was on clearance for $3.50. Then I used my 30% off coupon and I got $3.49 off of it. So that eyeliner cost me 1 cent because of that coupon. I also got $1.59 off the lip liner. So I got both those items for only $7.65, which is good for CVS. So yeah, check your CVS clearance sections, because if you were interested in any of the makeup collections that came out this year on Halloween, they still have some items there that you can get. And I didn't see anything damaged. Everything still looked fine. So if there was anything damaged, I think they got rid of it. So let's try out this NYX liner in Prune. So yeah, I thought that was a really good deal, and I just wanted to bring it to your attention in case you were interested. Oh wow, you know how when you first get lip liners, sometimes they're extremely pointy. You almost feel like you're gonna puncture your lip. I mean, I want it sharp, but I don't want it so sharp that I'm gonna hurt myself. And I'm putting a purple lip gloss over this, so I have to fill in my lips with this too. So if you follow me on Instagram, then you know that I ordered every shade of the new e.l.f. lip liners that just came out, creamy glide lip liners. So as soon as that package comes in, I will be definitely doing a dedicated video to that. And I think I want to do lip swatches. Those are only $2. I'm going sideways so I don't hurt myself. Okay, so that's a nice plum, and it's not as scary on as it appears in the packaging. And for the lip gloss, I'm going to use the ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip in this shade, Graveyard Shift. And this was part of the Haunted Mansion collection. That's a really good combo. That matches really well. The tones of those two things are a perfect match. Yeah, you have to be very careful with purples because the tone of purple makeup, just in general, can vary wildly, and if you mix the tones, it usually doesn't look too good. Okay, so we got purple lips, purple blush, and purple highlighter. So, like I said, I already used my Painterly Paint Pot on my eyes. So let's dive into the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Cremated palette. I am so happy to have this palette back in my collection again. All right, let's start with all right, let me grab this crease brush and I'm going to go into Eulogy, which is just a matte gray. And I'm going to put that in the crease. Wow, that's a dark gray. Okay, now I'm going to blend it upward a little bit. And now I'm just going to press my brush, not swipe, into that shade and take it in a little bit more. Okay, next I'm going to go into the shade Goodbye, which is this beautiful shimmery silver, and I am going to use my finger. Because sometimes when you do a shimmery lid shade, it's actually easier to use your finger than it is a brush. Sometimes you can get a smoother, more even application. Oh, that's a really pretty shade. Okay, now I'm going to take just a small blending brush and I'm going to go into Death Blow, which is a very bright white matte shade. And I'm going to dust that on the brow bone. Wow, that is intense. And the inner corner. I'm going to go back to my original crease brush and go back into Eulogy. And add a little more of that. I was kind of intimidated by that shade in the beginning because it was so pigmented. All right, next I'm going in with a lip brush and we're gonna take you know what I'm gonna also use Eulogy because it's very pigmented and you don't have to use a different color on the bottom. If you have a dark enough shade in the crease, you can just use the same shade. So I'm just adding that to the lower lash line. And then I'm going to use my NYX Retractable eyeliner in black on the waterline. And I'm going to set this aside so that it doesn't get broken or that I drop anything. Now we're going to try out this LA Girl Line Art matte eyeliner in white. And it says to store it, vertically. And it says don't shake it, which is interesting because some eyeliners actually have little balls in them for you to shake the product, but on this one it said do not shake, so we're not going to shake it. Okay, so this should be interesting, a white liner. All right, so I like to draw a little wing first. White is not the easiest color to work with. And then I'm going to go back and draw right along the lash line. It's got a very thin brush. This is very subtle, not at all like what I'm used to with liquid liners, but I feel like it looks good with the silver. Just keep adding a little bit more just so I can try to get it to show up better. I've never tried a white liquid eyeliner before. It is very hard to see. Well, it yeah, it really blends into the silver. It doesn't seem to be showing up that well at all. But I've always wanted to try something like this. I'm wondering what this would have looked like over a different color. Because you can't really see it. So that's kind of a fail for me. I don't think it's showing up too well. Let me do a swatch on my hand so you can see. See how subtle that is? It's not very pigmented, so I can't say that I would recommend getting this even if you do see it. All right. Now I'm gonna add a little bit more This needs some definition. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a small blending brush and I'm going to go into Hearse, which is the black, and just pick up a little bit of that and go right in the outer part of this. So basically I'm covering that white liner that I just put, because you can't really see it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, you can skip the white liner. That was a fail as far as I'm concerned, because if you can't see it, then what's the point? And I don't think it was because I put it over silver. I think it's because it just wasn't very pigmented. All right, I'm taking this into the whole outer corner and the outer part of the lid. Yeah, it needed this. Hey, you know what just happened? The black shadow is clinging to the white eyeliner and it's forming like like it's enhancing the eyeliner. Can you see that? There's like a line there. That's where I put the eyeliner. I like the way that looks. Ooh, interesting. Wow, that's like almost like a special effect type situation, isn't it? Wow, cool. All right, you know what? I'm gonna do the other eye the same way now and play catch up, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I almost forgot, and actually I did a video the other day where I did forget. I don't know if anybody noticed that during the tutorial I forgot to put mascara on. Yeah, that's a biggie. You can't do that. So let's curl my lashes with my Wet n Wild eyelash curler. I think the reason why I forgot was I knew if I did the mascara first, then it would make it very hard to get the eyeliner on. So you want to do eyeliner before mascara, but then I start messing around with the eyeshadows and forgot the mascara. All right, let's use the Maybelline Sky High today. I always start with the bottom lashes. Yeah, you gotta have mascara, especially with a dramatic look. Oh yeah, that makes a big difference. This pumpkin slasher mirror is a very nice mirror to use for this purpose. This is such a nice mascara. Never clumps or anything. You can just keep adding more and more. All right, so This is the completed look using the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Cremated palette. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.